I'm getting ready to go to this shit. So, you know, I'm gonna make it do it
What
again.
time you coming? What time you coming down?
As soon as we finish the podcast, I'm gonna finish packing and I'm on my way. I'm on
Okay.
my way, baby. Huh?
I had to
You
go
gonna
to a different spot. They done locked down the my little parking lot. I guess for spring break. I don't know.
Hey, so how was the movie last night, dog? Was it good? Godzilla versus Will?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. Mm-hmm.
what movie?
He went to watch
Yeah,
Godzilla versus King Kong or some shit like that.
ain't no some shit like that. That's what it was.
At the theater?
Yes.
Yeah, I went
When
to the movie theater. Yes.
dog, freaking you, let me tell you, this nigga got a big ass comfortable couch at his house, a fire
Part
stick.
two?
What?
Nigga, that's like part 7 or some shit.
Yeah, I'm definitely not
That's
up
But
like
to
what I'm
par
date.
saying,
55. If you go back to the old days, it's like par 55.
Correct.
bro,
It
But
includes
of the new version, this the third one of the new version.
no, but what I'm saying, freaking V, is this nigga has a big comfortable couch. When I say some shit you just lay on and just get caught up in the rapture, the nigga got
right.
all you
Rapture.
at the crib. Yeah, nigga.
Ain't
Dog,
ain't ain't the rapture like some biblical like type stuff?
yeah, nigga, that shit make you feel like you in heaven, nigga. Nigga, roll with my nigga.
Okay. Uh, I
But
get I get
Right.
you.
Read
I get you.
the Bible sometimes. Read the
yeah,
word. Let it bless you.
so
I don't understand. I don't understand the Bible. That's why I never got into it.
dog, you can tell the
But go
heat.
ahead.
You can tell the heathen when you see one. But
Oh, you
anyway,
could you can understand that old time word verbiage.
yes, Freaky V understood. She's a pastor's child. She knew exactly what I was saying. But
Okay.
anyway, he has a big
For sure.
comfortable couch in the house.
This
Uh,
Bible, I need
100,
to
like
break
a
it
hundred.
down for you. That King James version will mess you up.
No,
That's what I'm talking about.
he got 100-foot TV, wall unit, LED lights.
100, not 100 inch, 100 foot.
Yeah, foot.
Keep going.
That's
Go ahead.
an inch. 100 inch
Go
TV.
ahead.
You got the LED lights, got the wall unit, all type fireplace up under that motherfucker. Nah, what you need a fireplace in Miami for? I have no idea, but this nigga seems to have one. So,
It's
That's the aesthetic.
ambiance and
Right.
the 7 days out the year when it be in the 30s.
so, so,
You know,
so what I'm saying for you is, nigga, a fire stick is broken, a jailbroken fire stick. He could have watched this shit at the crib with his daughter
You know
Snow.
that's it. You know that's illegal, right? And you snitching on
Bro, they show
camera.
you how to break fire sticks on TikTok, dog.
That don't mean it's legal.
I'm just saying.
hey, they show you how to rob a bank too.
Bro, okay, so you used to go buy the little DVDs from the store? When you know that was illegal for them to be in the still in the movie, but your ass used to get them, didn't you?
It's more snitching. That's all this is.
I'm just saying we all did it.
This is
That's
more
why I see
snitching.
dog, that's why I seen the Ray J and Kim video from. I got it bootleg.
Uh,
But anyway,
I don't
what
know.
I was saying was
However we get to that point, I don't know. But
all
go
I'm
ahead.
saying is the nigga could have done all that shit at the crib instead of going to see a movie. I don't know how many times they're gonna remake a gorilla fighting a lizard. I don't know how many times they're gonna remake this shit over and niggas run
That
to the
shit
movies.
good every time. Every time they make it, I'm gonna be there to see it.
This nigga's crazy. Hey, hold on,
think,
let me stop.
think that, huh? What you say?
Go ahead, say no, go ahead, say for a second.
So sometimes you just have to get outside of your element. You got to go out sometimes.
I don't
Um,
today, dude.
I agree.
yeah, you can have all the amenities and comforts of home, but honestly, where would you get those ideas from if you didn't travel outside of the home from time to time?
But
In my opinion, where would he get that 100 foot
didn't
TV? Uh,
but forgive me, this is all I'm saying. Hollywood always calling here talking about he ain't got no money. This nigga took 15 people to the movie last night. The nigga spent at least $500, $600 at the movie.
correct, because I know he fed them. He
He
generous too.
he took his wife, his daughters, the daughters, but he took a heap of
Yeah,
motherfuckers to the
but
movie.
no matter how much money you lie and say I spent, you spending more money than me this weekend.
No, I'm
Tell
not.
everybody where you going. Tell everybody where you going.
Hold on, let me start the podcast and I shall tell you where I'm going. You ever hear my
Don't lie.
voice, man? You know what time it is, man. It's time for social media's most imperfect, perfect podcast. Social media's best kept secret. I'm your boy Infamous.
I'm Freaky V.
Hollywood.
And together we make These Nuts.
These
Before I get
nuts.
into the weekend, Freaky V, go ahead and tell them how to get in contact with you on social media.
Okay, I must be having some issues with my internet provider, but you can follow me at I am Freaky V on Instagram and Threads.
Hollywood, how to get in contact with you.
I am Hollywood Rich _ on Instagram, Threads, Hollywood Rich 85 on X.
I am infamous on X. I am infamous on TikTok. Also, if you want to follow the podcast, go to thesenuts.business. Oh, my bad. On Facebook, it's These Nuts Official. Instagram is These Nuts _ Hollywood, how to get in contact with us on YouTube.
Separate these nuts.
And if you take the audio experience, if you listen to us on Apple, Spotify, Google, or however you consume podcasts, put the nuts back together, hit the subscribe button, the notification button, and the like button. Also, if you want any personal inquiries about booking somebody for your podcast, anything like that, please go to thesenuts.business@gmail.com. I'm going to say that one more time. That's thesenuts.business@gmail.com. Now we got that out of the way. Now go ahead and say what you finna. Now, what you asked me again, Hollywood?
I was asking you about this extravagant weekend that you're spending in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, yes.
And how much money you're spending. And don't lie.
$0.
Don't okay, before you start, don't lie and say somebody got this room for you. Go ahead.
What the fuck you mean? Somebody lying? I promise you.
How much do rooms cost at this extravagant place that you're on?
Bro, it's the Hard Rock in Miami.
This weekend for spring break. Go ahead and hit me up with.
Especially during spring break. Go ahead.
I don't know how much the room is, to be honest with you, bro. I didn't pay for it. Do you want me to call the person that paid for me or got it for me?
No. Listen, I don't listen. You don't have to call anybody to lie for you, sir. I don't want to hear that.
Okay, cool. I'm spending $0 this week. Well, gas, food, so probably $7.
Okay, but let's just say, okay, you're telling the truth.
Okay.
If a friend didn't get you that room, how much would that room be costing?
About $300-400.
That's a lie.
A $300-400 lie.
Yeah, it's 3x that. 3x that. 4x that.
Well, I don't know, bro. I've never stayed at the Hard Rock, so I didn't look. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
try 900 and up.
Room on a regular day is $300-400. Not during spring break.
What I'm saying is, and even if I didn't get the room, I was gonna stay at Hollywood House. So it's gonna cost me $0.
So you still decided to spend money?
I didn't spend money, Hollywood. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I promise you, listen, the day is Christ's resurrection day. I ain't spent $0 on this weekend. Okay, hold on, let me take that back. If you including what I purchased to wear where I'm going.
Oh yeah. We ain't even getting to that. That custom suit you got.
The custom made suit that you got from the Men's Warehouse.
I didn't. First of all, forgive me. Stop that dumbass shit. First of all, I didn't get my suit from Men's Warehouse. My pants came from Men's Warehouse. That's one. Two, I got my shirt, my jacket, and my tie from JCPenney's, and it was $100 for all that. So what are we talking about?
So the point that Hollywood was making is the amount you're gonna spend this weekend or today. It's the same amount that he spent to take his family out.
Forgive me, for my whole suit was probably 100 and.
No, don't worry about it, man. If we finna sit here and lie, I don't even want to talk about it, bro. Let's start a podcast for real.
Hollywood, what I'm getting on here capping for? I guarantee you spent more last night than I'm gonna spend this whole weekend. As far as doing shit, I promise you.
My tickets was $56. We went to Dollar Tree to get snacks before we went to the movie. So you tell me how much money I spent.
Hold on, time out. So you all here talking about I'm snitching about of stealing boots on Fox, but you're sneaking shit into the movie theater.
I'm not telling on nobody else though. I'm not telling on nobody else. I'm telling on me. You telling on somebody else.
We all did it. We all had bootleg movies, bro. Stop. Well, okay, listen. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to a wedding today, right? I'm not paying for the hotel room. I didn't pay for my wedding tickets.
I don't want to talk about it.
All that shit was
if we're gonna lie,
provided for me So my food today, we probably running neck to neck.
You just got all these extravagant friends, huh? All these extravagant friends you
Who
got.
pays to go to a wedding in Hollywood? You didn't try.
I didn't say you paid to go to the wedding. You got to pay for the hotel. You got to pay for the suit. Everything surrounding the wedding, you got to pay for. And on top of that, you can't be no broke ass guest and not get them a card with some money in it. That gotta happen.
I'm a cash app for some money now.
That's what I'm talking about.
I feel it. But listen,
probably about a $3,000-$4,000 weekend for you. something light.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what I did last night. I sat home and watched on Hulu. I watched the Freaknik documentary, right?
I don't want to watch that shit.
I did what? Listen, it's very more informal than what people thought it was.
That's why I don't want to watch it.
But what I'm saying is, from what Freaknik started from to what it turned into, and you know, a Miami nigga had to come turn Freaknik out. Luke was the reason Freaknik turned into the Freaknik that we all knew Freaknik to be. The Freaknik was originally made for college kids that didn't have no money to go out on spring break. They didn't have money to go do nothing, so they gathered money and people supported it, and that's how the Freaknik shit. The word Freaknik actually started from the song "Freak Out." Doom, doom, doom. That's how it started. They took freak and the picnic and put it together and made Freaknik. That's how the shit originated. But Luke came along in like 93, 94, and shit wasn't never the same. Ever the same. It became the Freaknik that we all knew. And the demise of Freaknik was that the Olympics came in 1996. That was the demise of Freaknik. Because you couldn't have everybody around the world coming to that shit and these motherfuckers acting crazy.
That's what they told you?
No, that's what was documented.
All right.
Okay, so why you think Freaknik came to a close?
You saying it was from the Olympics?
That's what. Okay, so what you say is from then? Since you was there.
So what happened is Luke and his motherfucking goons couldn't keep their motherfucking hands to themselves, and there was a whole bunch of motherfucking lawsuits and shit that was happening. It ain't had shit to do with the goddamn Olympics, but that's what the fuck they told you. That was the demise of the shit because niggas don't understand no means no.
That had a hand in it. It did. It got wild, but Freaknik still was going on with that shit. From the documentary, because at 93 when spring break is in like March, so I was 12. I wasn't old enough to go to Freaknik. I heard of the stories of Freaknik. I didn't attend. So when I watched the documentary and I seen that, because I remember 96 Olympics was in Atlanta. The way they was roping the city off and trying to rehabilitate the city. But by that time, Freaknik had not got wild. It was out of control. They couldn't control Freaknik at that point. That's when the part with Freaky V saying Luke was down there doing wild shit. So it's a good documentary, man. I just think you should go check it out on Hulu, man. It took me back to when I was a kid, and made me think about like when we was growing up, like things that we missing now as adults that we don't have as kids. I mean, things that we have as adults that we didn't have as kids. Like for me, 2000s was my young adult years, and I remember going to the clubs and the music and how the music shifted and how we vibed out the music. I remember, and Freaky V can relate. Freaky V, remember towards the end of the clubs when we were growing up that they used to play the little R&B set. Maybe the hour before the club closed, they played the R&B set, and the girl that you wanted to kick it with, you know, that was your time to get a little close to her and try to kick your game, try to take her home. Fast forward now, like it ain't even much like that in the clubs no more. Like the club is more of a, you know, used to go dance, just to go have fun. It was really, if you could dance, you could get you a girl. Now it's not like that anymore. The club scene has totally changed. Now Hollywood is a little younger than us. Hollywood, how was the scene for you when you was growing up? And or you weren't really a clubber no way, were you?
No, sir, not at all.
Mm.
But the way you pushing me further and further away from this documentary.
Wow.
This shit called Freaknik. It's called Freaknik for a reason. Are they showing any freaky shit on there?
Yes.
You sure? Because you're talking about all this information. I don't give a fuck about it. If I get informed while y'all entertaining me, then okay.
Dog, listen, time out. First of all, what type of freaky
Go
shit are you
ahead.
trying to see on Hulu, bro?
I'm trying to see. Yeah, you're right. So I'm not watching it, but I'm trying to see the freaky shit that was going on during Freaknik. It's Freaknik.
Bro, they show some of the shit. Again, bro, you can't have niggas mamas out here on top of the
But
car
listen,
doing the wild shit.
the
Yeah,
mass majority of niggas are gonna turn that shit on because it's the Freaknik documentary. They're tuning in to see freaky shit. I
No,
know
it's
I ain't the
some
only
shit.
nigga.
No,
you
it's some shit
only
on there, bro. I'm just saying, if you trying to look
think
for soft porn, that
yeah,
ain't what you're gonna see. That's
no,
what I'm
you're not
saying.
gonna get none of
No, I'm
that.
glad you told. I'm glad you told me.
Yeah, you're not gonna get none of that hardcore footage. Really,
Oh,
you're only
okay.
getting that camcorder footage that you know
Yes.
when your auntie was out there busting it wide open of what our version would be. But you're not
Okay.
seeing. You might see a couple of booty cheeks and stuff like that. That's what was shown. Really,
Oh, okay.
the documentary only showcases, say, really faces is what it's exposing at this particular time. You know what I mean? So that's what you're doing. You see the faces of your auntie and your grandma, or the bishop, your pastor, whatever, and you see them with their booty cheeks out, or
Mm-hmm.
if it's your uncle, or your deacon, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
clapping those booty cheeks. That's really the exposure, but you're not gonna see none of that inside club stuff that you knew was going on. You ain't gonna see none of that on Hulu.
I mean, because they had to
Oh,
get the
okay.
footage from somebody. I mean, and nobody give you footage of them doing nothing exotic. That that's the word we gonna use. Ain't nobody showing you nothing exotic out there. So if you try to see soft porn, that ain't a documentary for you, bro. You right.
Don't make it seem like I'm just this extra freaky ass nigga.
That what it sounds
Everybody,
like, dog. If they not gonna show
everybody
you
was tuning
the
in to the
freaky,
Freaknik doc. Look, why put it out? You know what motherfuckers gonna tune into this shit for? Am I
I
the only one?
thought that people were tuning in to basically see their family members, or whatever. That was really the hype that I was hearing from my side. I guess because I'm a freaky motherfucker, I ain't,
Yeah, so you actually was tuning in to hear the history of Freaknik? Like,
yeah. I mean, I
I
thought
don't give a fuck about
it was exposed is a terrible word, but to showcase, number one, our Black history, and what all that encompassed. Um, and showing that we really aren't a different generation than this particular generation. We
show right.
we had our shit that we did too.
Mm-hmm.
So really, we have been lying. If we really want to be honest, a lot of us have been lying to our kids about um, the or say really our parents,
they ain't
or
they can still lie. They ain't put shit on there. They can still lie.
Mm-hmm.
they could. I mean, but some of the things, if you really do some research, I mean, listen to the music that we listen to. Ain't no different than Luke. Luke was the pioneer of the music that we listening to now. If they
Mm-hmm.
really
Right.
honest, so we jump started off the explicit content. But dad was listening. My dad was listening to some. I can't remember the damn name, but the lady was like, if you eat my pussy, I'll suck your dick. It was some rock and roll song or something like that. I was like, God damn. So it's just a full circle, you know,
Exactly.
up under the sun. So
And, and that's the type of content that people were looking for. You had a lot of women who were moved on from that part of their life that were petitioning not for this shit to come out because they thought what everybody else thought. That's why I'm thinking, and everybody else thinking, this going to be a freaking documentary, documenting all the activity that was happening. We don't want to hear about the history and where it started and all that shit. We want to see the salacious shit that went on.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
they
Let me say this.
had on
Salacious shit,
type of
right?
local station.
Hold
Like,
on. The salacious shit is in there now. But you got to remember, they had to go get these VH tapes from somebody. Like people
No,
was
I
getting
heard,
on the feet.
I heard the dude who actually made the project on the Breakfast Club, and he
Oh,
was talking about the shit that the real footage that everybody is looking for.
they ain't gonna
He
do it.
got it. He
Yeah,
got it, but he ain't gonna show it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't,
Since we
I
talk,
don't think, go ahead.
go ahead, forgive me, because I'm about to end this topic.
Yeah, I don't honestly think that they can show. I think they're talking cash shit to me. I think it's cap. You can't really show any of that footage without incriminating a whole lot of motherfuckers. Like if we really want to be real about that shit, there was a lot of inappropriate shit going down, including rape. And they got
Yeah,
that shit on camera. You know,
yeah.
so it ain't too late. It's never too late for your ass to be incriminated and go to jail. So you can try to be bold if you want and start
Yeah,
dropping
don't
videos.
show it.
It's gonna be a
If you're
problem.
gonna show shit like that, then don't show it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want nobody to get fucked up over it. So yeah.
Speaking of freaks, this is a perfect segue into our next topic.
Mhm.
You know we can't do the podcast without talking about the diddler. Forgive me, you know who the diddler is?
The Denver.
Diddler.
P
Oh,
Diddy,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Puff, Sean Combs, Dr. Love, all these
Hey
rapey ass
man,
names this nigga got, man.
no, listen, man, they call a nigga the diddler, dog. I couldn't stop laughing when I seen that shit. Boy, that shit was hilarious. Now, I
Okay.
knew we were gonna do a podcast without talking about this situation. I've been dodging the conversation for a couple of weeks. But this seems like the more shit just keep coming out, right? So if you guys have been under a rock for the last week, um,
So if
you had to see the shit that's going on with P Diddy, man. They raided 3 of his houses: the one in Miami, the one in LA, and the one in New York. They raided them all at the same time. So at that time, Diddy was on the airplane. I forgot where they say he was going or whatever, but he wasn't at the homes when the Homeland Security came. His kids were put in handcuffs. From what I've understood, that's just um,
Protocol.
yeah, protocol for what they do, just for security reasons. And they went in looking for evidence of sex trafficking, drugs, and a myriad of other shit that they trying to get Diddy on. Now, the thing that I thought was funny was they were saying that Young Miami was trafficking pink cocaine. Now, I'm looking to see what the fuck pink cocaine is. I don't know if they talk about cocaine
Lord have mercy.
or her trafficking vagina. That's what I thought pink cocaine was, but in my research, I couldn't find what the fuck pink cocaine was. So,
It might be what you think it is, boy.
so, I'm gonna say this, right, and then I'm gonna give you guys the floor, right? The same way that I felt about R. Kelly is how I feel about P. Diddy, right? Niggas in the industry knew exactly what Diddy was doing. This was not nothing that they didn't know. The same thing they knew about R. Kelly. They knew R. Kelly was going to these high schools trying to get these underage girls. Niggas in the entertainment business knew exactly what Diddy was doing. And for me, the only person I think that's gonna come out on the clean side of this is the girl JT. The reason why I said I think she's gonna come out clean is because I felt like she understood the mission. She knew what Diddy was on. She separated herself from Young Miami. I think Young Miami was a young girl in Miami that fell in love with a lifestyle that Diddy provided for her. And once somebody showering you with money and shit like that, bro, and being that Diddy had been getting away with this shit for so long that you probably felt like he wasn't gonna never get caught up. But now the feds, everybody's coming to see you. We all know that the federal government has a high conviction rate. They gathered intel. So everybody going to get seen. They're going to go see all Diddy friends, all his associates. Cassie probably going to get pulled back into this shit again. She probably going to be a star witness. It was a dude at the airport that got caught with drugs that said that listen, it's just been a myriad of a whole bunch of shit going on for P. Diddy. I think Diddy going to jail. Hollywood, you think Diddy going to jail? Forgive me, you think Diddy going to jail?
Something gotta happen. because they don't come like that unless you did some shit. So yes, is my answer.
Freaky V, you think Diddy going to jail?
I say yes, but I'm not well versed on this subject. Unfortunately, I have been under the rock this week. I just know I thought they raided one home. I saw pictures or whatever while scrolling through Facebook, but I don't really indulge in rich people problems because I don't know how that benefits me. But I don't know nothing. Like what is he being accused of?
Sex trafficking and
Being
drugs.
a freaky boy.
Yeah.
But so am I. I didn't think that was a crime.
Freaky.
Should I?
No, time out.
No.
Stop
This
that,
this is
bro.
different. Don't put. Yeah, this is a
Don't
different level.
do that, bro.
I mean, I
It's a
just don't.
different level.
I'm being serious.
Don't say you a sex trafficker, bro. You can't. You listen. Come on now.
I'm saying I never
Oh
heard.
I learned something recently about that sex trafficking shit.
I didn't know anything about that. The
You can't.
last I heard that was big news was that he was fucking boys at the damn party, and that
He do
that
that.
whole followed up shit came along. I don't know anything outside of that.
Well, he does that too. Okay, Hollywood, what did you learn?
We always had this conversation about if you fly a chick out,
Yes.
she got to be giving up the goods.
Yes.
Well, under their definition of sex trafficking, that would be they
Sex.
would slide that under that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be considered sex trafficking. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because if you fly, a motherfucker there, and they under their mind they thinking I'm just coming to kick it with you, but in your mind you like no, it's finna go down. You trying to coerce her or trying to convince her to do
I'm
something
a
with you.
pleader.
That would be considered sex trafficking.
Listen, I agree with you, Hollywood.
I'm a pleader.
But this is what I'm gonna say. I think we do a lot of shit not knowing the definition of the shit that we actually doing and the trouble or the implications that the shit that we doing can get us into. Because getting going along with what Hollywood is saying about the sex trafficking, niggas used to get I ain't talking about the niggas that put date rape drugs in girls' drinks. That's a different level of nasty. What I'm saying is niggas that take girls out and get them drunk on purpose, for the sole purpose to try to do something freaky with them. That's a crime. you know what I'm saying? That's a crime.
It could definitely slide into that.
So again, I think we do a lot of things not knowing the implications of what can actually happen to us because we're not properly educated on the law. Like what Hollywood just said, bro, never in a million years would I thought that's a version of sex trafficking. I never thought that.
If you get a smart enough attorney to break down some shit, yeah, all you need is the second guessing. Like, oh shit, yeah, that might fall under sex trafficking. That's all the fuck you need to do is convince somebody else of what you're trying to point out.
See, and this is my whole thing with Diddy, right? For years, Diddy wouldn't give people their masters and all that other type shit back. He was beefing with people. He smacked Drake. He went to his son's football coach, tried to beat nigga up with a dumbbell. I think, and it's just my personal opinion, I think that brother love shit that he started trying to preach to everybody, I think Diddy knew what was coming. I think he knew the Cassidy shit was coming. Only thing you can do at this point is try to change your image. That's what all that brother love shit. I love everybody and da 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 da.
I don't think he knew that shit was coming. I think in his mind, he was above all that shit. I think he felt just like how R. Kelly felt. I've been getting away with this shit for 30 fucking years.
I agree.
Why would they come and try to get me now? I'm above the law.
Okay, but this is my pushback, Hollywood. They still came and got Bill Cosby years later when he thought he was above the law. This is what I'm saying. When you Diddy status and you doing the shit that Diddy be doing and associating with the people that Diddy associate with, somebody could have dropped the bug, just like somebody dropped the bug about the feds coming to his house. That's why the fuck he got on the plane and dipped.
Correct.
So somebody, in my personal opinion, could have said something to Diddy. Hey, bro, shit finna go downhill for you. because shit has to be documented to the court when somebody trying to file a charge of shit against you. So for me, I think the nigga understood, hey, listen, I got to clean this reputation up and try to get on a good foot with people because I know what's coming. That's why when Cassidy came to him, which I think this was the blow that opened everything up, is because, nigga, most niggas, they get accused of the shit that Diddy got accused of with Cassidy. Niggas don't settle that shit a day later. You don't cave in that quick.
But he still settled the shit too late because she been asking for that money for years.
Yeah, because I feel like he felt like you. I can't be touched. And then once these people that know the know,
now you want to pay.
Yeah,
it's way too late by then.
But see, the thing is, Cassidy know too much.
You always want to pay her.
You best believe the Fed's going to see Cassidy.
I think they already have.
Young Miami, they coming to see you. They coming to see Mace. They come to see Loon. They come to see all y'all niggas that was on Bad Boys. I'm not surprised they talked to his kids, his accountants.
And I think that's why everybody under him gonna be all right. Cause I don't see me Young Miami taking no charge for Puff. Whatever you need me to tell you, whatever you need to know, whatever information that I have, I'm gonna push that over to y'all because I ain't finna go down for this shit.
Yeah,
it's some serious shit.
Yeah, cause dog, once you start selling your shares of the company that you helped build to an undisclosed, which I think Diddy just sold that to one of his homeboys who gonna have a majority share in all the shit he got going on. And once this shit is over with, he gonna get that shit back to Diddy. But Luke said something. Speaking of Luke said something that I thought was interesting. And I want to get you guys' thoughts on it. Luke was on the interview and Luke said that he felt like all this shit started spiraling when Diddy started going off on the liquor companies and shit like that he was working for. That they was paying him $60 million a year, and Diddy felt like that wasn't enough, and he started going against the DeLeon. Is it DeLeon that Diddy owns? Ciroc, DeLeon, and those people.
Yeah, DeLeon.
Luke said once he started showing his ass to those people had to show him, and that's when all this shit started. What you think about that, freaking? Do you think that could be feasible?
Absolutely, and I think if anybody knows, he do. A lot of people don't know the behind the scenes story of Luke and how shit got really rough for him at some point in time. Forced him to clean up his image a little bit, and I agree, and I think because of that, he was tipped off, so that he could make a quick getaway, and try to put some things into motion. I agree with that shit. Don't practice is serious now. You can say what you want. But when it's time, I don't care how much they dap you up and show up to your parties and bro, you're cool with us. We like you. Da, 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 da. When it's time, though, you're gonna choose them every single time.
Hollywood, what you say?
There's no way them people gonna deal with Puff and be involved with that much money and not know every aspect of what you got going on.
Hey, who that you
Huh?
Hollywood.
Yes.
Somebody walked by you. I'm just making sure you safe.
No, I'm at a park. I'm at a park. I'm good.
Hey,
I see him.
This just came out. Now that we're speaking, this from DJ Academics. It says Diddy owes the bank nearly $100 million after taking out 8 mortgages on the 3 extravagant homes in Los Angeles, Miami that were raided by Homeland Security.
He going to Bali.
Yeah.
It says Diddy has borrowed eye-watering $140 million from multiple banks to pay off his extravagant properties and empire, raising questions to whether he really does have $1 billion in fortune. Now, I'm gonna say this. Most niggas with money don't use their money to do shit. So I don't know what Diddy's money is, but I wouldn't spend my $140 million for none of that shit, bro. If I can get the bank to give me $140 million and I can pay that shit off because you know you got the money, then that's something that you could do. The article also goes on to say all three raised on Monday by the Homeland Security mounted sexual harassment and rape lawsuits with agents ransacking homes, taking away boxes and bags of evidence. Nearly $100 million is still owed by the rapper, producer, and entrepreneur, which is due back within the next few years. One of the property loans $23 million and can be settled by 2029. So all I'm saying in this situation is, listen, I think Diddy gonna be next to your homeboy, Freaky V.
Yeah, Russell Simmons. No, he's gonna be next to Russell Simmons.
And I think they definitely gonna catch.
Yeah. And that $1 billion, don't nobody got. Whatever your net worth is, that shit is never liquid, all liquid.
Yes.
A portion of it is, but 100% no. So shit, I might be able to get 100 million, 200 million, but he'll never be able to pull out a fucking $1 billion. Where he gonna get it from? Yeah. But he going to Bali and sit next to Russell Simmons with that 140 million actually run like $1 billion. Mm-hmm. Cost of living in Bali is way less than the United States, so he'll be all right in Bali.
Mm-hmm. I get you. So, I mean, we're gonna lay around and see what's going on, man. We're gonna put a bow on that one. I know this don't apply to Freaky V, but I'm just gonna ask because I thought it was an interesting topic. I listened to this podcast, right? And the woman was saying that there's not a lot of good men around, right? So she's sitting on a panel and she's talking to a guy, and she goes off on about men not being no good and all that other type shit. So he has a rebuttal for her, right? And with his rebuttal, I think that's how a lot of men feel, but I don't think a lot of men have the courage to say what he said. So I'm gonna give you the interaction, and you guys tell me what you think about their interaction. This is what was said.
Good man.
That's
not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a like me.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. I'm clapping for myself. There's a lot of good men out there where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rocker in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at Equinox. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. And you're in LA. If you're in LA or anywhere LA adjacent, your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to be born pretty or wake up pretty. But when you leave your house, you're going to be pretty. So everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. When have you ever heard a woman admit to not being shit? She'll say, this man ain't shit. He ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. He was bad. He was bad. My dad wasn't shit. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass.
So, with that being said, Hollywood, what you say? I'm gonna let you take off first.
I don't necessarily disagree with what he's saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because me specifically speaking for where I stay at in Miami, you can't even say good morning to these women without them having an attitude of frowning their nose up and walking like you don't even exist. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying good morning to you. So that might be a good nigga, and you just completely turned him off just based on your attitude and you being stuck up or whatever. So I don't necessarily disagree with him. I might 100% disagree. I might 100% agree with him. But that's just how the landscape is nowadays. Women think they too good for niggas. A lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Freaky V, what you say? Oh, here we go. She about to take us out of here, Hollywood. Look at she contemplating too, boy.
So I always look at what the majority is saying. So it's a whole bunch of good niggas out here, but there's a lot of single motherfuckers. If you are such the prize, why you ain't caught up? Why ain't nobody got you? Why ain't nobody bossed you? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like and I'm not shooting women any bail. We some fucked up creatures. But I think accountability the accountability needs to come that there are fucked up men too who have us that way or whatever. So I'm not going to get too deep as to why women act the way that they act. I do believe that, you know, there are, for every relationship that didn't work, that brings some level of trauma or, you know, mistrust.
Mhm.
And that has, I don't care how much healing a person say they have had, you don't forget how the fuck you were treated. You forgive, but you don't forget. You
Yeah,
know what
but
I
that was by a nigga who wasn't me. And
Yeah.
that's the problem.
you know, but I get that, Hollywood, but you know how many niggas say that? You understand? Like so many niggas, if I had $1 for every time I heard a woman say that a man said that to them, or I've actually heard a man say that, I'd be filthy rich. Filthy. Every nigga wants to say that, you know, and I think
But
what a good nigga means to you is individual. What a good nigga is for me ain't gonna be a good nigga for my neighbor. You know what I mean? I think everybody wants or desires something different. Everybody trying to go with that base bullshit. I want somebody that's honest and who loves me and who loves the Lord and who's a good protector and all that kind of stuff. He good to his mama. We all deal with surface level bullshit. We want that, but we don't know we don't understand what that totally encompasses. So when you fall short for whatever reason, then that makes you not a good nigga. I'm not gonna say I totally disagree with what he's saying. I just think he was all over the place. It was too many points said, you know, all at one time. What you think, Infamous?
Well, both of y'all said a mouthful. You ain't him. Um, from my point of view, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think men and women do the same thing. I say this all the time. Men and women are similar, but we are different in our own specific ways. We all tend to, if you get in a relationship with somebody and they do you wrong, you curse the whole goddamn gender. All niggas ain't shit or all women ain't shit. When in actuality, you chose that motherfucker. That's the motherfucker that you chose. You didn't take the time to get to know the motherfucker. A lot of us don't because of our, for whatever reason. If it's the sexual attraction to the nigga or the female, you tend to look past the dumb shit that they doing because you want to do whatever you want to do with them. And then when things go awry or shit don't go the way that you want it to go, then it's all niggas ain't shit. So to me, that's accountability issue. I say this shit all the time, bro. Sometimes if you want to get to know a motherfucker, though, you got to sit and actually get to listen to them. Don't listen just to hear them. You got to listen to understand what they're saying. And a lot of people don't do that. Secondly, Freaky was saying, well, I can say the same thing about women. You know what I mean? If you 45 years old with 2 kids and all the shit that men say, then why haven't nobody wiped you up either? My whole thing about it is it's all about accountability in this shit, bro. We all are looking, and I do agree with Freaky V. I think we all base our relationships off what society says a relationship should be. I feel like the only way you can get into a real relationship with somebody is to truly understand you, and you got to understand your partner. That's the only way this shit gonna work. If you're trying to go into it with the mindset of a man's supposed to do this and a woman's supposed to do that, Hollywood say that shit all the time. Those standards, those gender role shits don't exist no more. We have to work towards what makes us happy together and fuck with how everybody else views our relationship. As long as I'm happy, you make me happy, I make you happy. I don't give a fuck what nobody else think. Um, and to piggyback off what he was saying about, I do think it's a lot of good men walking around. But I think that sometimes if we don't meet what you feel physically or you're attracted to when you see us, you don't give us the time of day. So again, I can say the same thing about a woman. If a man see you and you don't meet what he has his sexual limit or what he thinks sexual, he gonna shun you. Now that might be a good woman, or that man that's like Hollywood say trying to speak to you. That may be a good man. That may be the reason why he's single or she's single. So again, in this topic, bro, I just feel like a lot of people need to start taking accountability for the motherfuckers that you choose to kick it with. And you can't curse a whole gender of man or woman off the niggas that you deal with. If you deal with nothing that, I feel like for me, and I'm gonna end this and let y'all take off. I feel like the energy that you give out is the energy that you receive. If you fuck with nothing ass niggas and those the type of niggas that you into, then you got to get what you get. Just like the niggas that fuck with the girls who always on Instagram showing their ass and doing all that shit, bro. You know what she into. And if that's who you choose to fuck with, then it's on you what you get. Just like the girls who fuck the niggas that got all the money. They want the popping nigga. Well, you know what comes along with fucking with the popping nigga. So you got to be accountable for the shit that you do, that you choose.
I also feel, and nobody wants to really discuss this. We all say when shit go down, oh, well, you chose that nigga, or, you know, that's the bitch you chose to fuck with, or whatever. I think, you know, sometimes what I see, what I witness, or what I hear from other women is that, you know, people are on show a whole hell of a lot, you know, or whatever. And that's what the fuck you go with. You only can go with what you're presented with, right? And I understand, okay, well, you know, your actions should speak louder than your words, you know, but that's a part of the show. Niggas will go along with whatever it is that it takes in order to get pussy. We just gonna call a spade a spade. Once that happens, then the show tends to fall off, right? So then that's when you actually see, okay, well, the nigga really didn't like this. He went along with it, but he really don't like this, you know, or you know, I really didn't meet his mama within the first 6 months, but they ain't even got no relationship, or he do talk to her like, you know, she ain't shit. By that time, really, you already done got caught up in your feelings or whatever. Society says if you can just stick with somebody and show somebody, you know, maybe something that they haven't been exposed to before, a little bit more love, some TLC or whatever, then perhaps, you know, you can convince somebody to change their ways. That's what society says. We don't learn that shit is a lie until later on. By the time we actually learn that shit, the trauma is already there. So when you hear everybody is on show, and then when niggas show out, or vice versa, when niggas show out, then you hear the phrase continuing, these niggas ain't shit. Ain't no good niggas out here. All these niggas damaged. All these niggas listening to the same music. All these niggas Kevin Samuels minions. All these niggas following bullshit or whatever. It's falling along the same shit. You really have to get to know a nigga individually, you know, that might not be on social media like that, or may not, you know, you got to see what the fuck he into, you know. But I believe it's a lot of ain't shit niggas out here. I believe also it's a lot of ain't shit bitches out here too. You know what I'm saying? So how do you balance that shit or whatever?
Hollywood, you want to answer first, and then I go after you.
No, I was just about to say the same thing because women send a representative as well as men do. Like, there's no difference there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They not 100% authentic when you meet them. It be a lot of bullshit that they bring to the table. A lot of shit that's not really them. You don't see
Mm-hmm.
that. You don't see that the 100% them until you start catching feelings for a motherfucker. Now they showing you some shit that they should have showed you from the beginning. So it ain't just niggas that's sending their representative. We all do that shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So how do you
ain't no
navigate?
difference.
How
I
do
mean,
you end up navigating that when both sides are on show for a minimum 6 months to a year?
I think you gotta keep certain shit to a at a certain level. Like, I'm not staying spending the night at your house. I'm not doing certain shit that's gonna have my feelings caught up. You know, just in case. You gotta put some type of protection on your feelings. I mean, motherfuckers might say that you're holding back, but I gotta hold back to a certain point because I have previous experiences that led to me. You know, I gave 100%, and then but it led to this. So I'm
mm-hmm.
not gonna give 100%. I might give 75. I might give 80% up to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we both, I feel like that time, I don't have a set time on it, but when I feel like you're being 100% honest with me, then I'll feel free to
Mm-hmm.
relinquish that other 25%, whatever I'm holding back.
Mm-hmm.
Can let me let my nigga let my nigga come out right quick. Right. So while you're holding back, and this is from the standpoint of why I guess I really don't do monogamy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So while now I'm gonna entertain you, and I'm watching, you know, how you move and how you vibe or whatever. I'm still gonna fuck with somebody else who's immediately giving me what I want. Does
That's
that
not
make
an
sense?
issue. Yeah, that's not an issue. Niggas expect you to be doing that shit anyway. That's why he's still carrying on how he was carrying on before he met you.
Yeah, right.
You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying?
what I don't agree with is I think women putting they eggs all in one basket while they consider, you know, you and holding out and seeing how you roll. You know, a lot of women do fall into that category. Oh, well, we went out on a few dates and we talk every day. So technically you're in a relationship that you weren't even advised that you were in.
No, I think that's a discussion that need to be had.
It
Yeah.
Look,
does.
I'm starting to feel this
Listen,
way, and I'm starting to
Hmm.
feel this way. And listen, I'm about I done cut such and such off. Like how you feel about me cutting them off? I
mm-hmm.
told
Yeah.
you I was dating when we
Mm-hmm.
met,
Mm-hmm.
but now I'm gravitating towards you. I'm about to cut them off. How you feel about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just a conversation to me.
Listen, the definition of insanity is trying the same shit over and over and getting the same results. I
Hmm.
think
Hmm.
every relationship you go from, it should teach you something. It should better equip you for the next motherfucker that comes along. And like Hollywood say, men and women, dog, we all on stage. Well, not me. I'm usually gonna give you who I am. Either you deal with it or you don't. And y'all know that fact about me. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's a time period for you, V. Because I feel like communication is just, I say this shit all the time, and people be like, ah, and you just, bro, I think communication is what's missing out of a lot of these relationships, bro. Like Hollywood say, it's a conversation to have. If I meet you, freaking V, you say, hey, listen, M, I deal with other dudes. I'll be like, all right, cool. I can respect that. I'm gonna get in where I fit in, right? But in those conversations that me and you have, it's gonna be certain conversations that we gonna have that it's gonna tell me where our relationship going.
Hmm.
And if my feelings change before your feelings change, I'm with Hollywood. It's not hard to have a conversation. AV, I know you told me, but listen, I'm starting to catch feel. I done cut all the girls off. How do you feel? And if you be like, nah, I ain't feeling that at this point, then at that point it's my choice to either keep dealing with you or let
Yeah,
you go.
you know where you
I
stand
know
at.
where I
If she say
stand at.
that,
Right.
And
yeah,
that's how you protect your feelings. I just think some people get in relationships with people and 3 days into the shit, oh, we go together.
Correct.
No, it don't
nah,
work that
hell
way.
Correct.
no.
I don't
I'm
even,
telling you, and that's
but I don't know you well enough to say, hey, you my girlfriend. Yeah.
bro.
You know, and I'm not even throwing the sex dynamic into it. Because I believe that some girls, once they have sex, they believe that y'all in a relationship now. And
Listen, vice
and that's
versa.
not the way it should be. I
That
think
that that goes from men too. Y'all
I'm
don't
not
want to
saying
believe
that
it,
men don't,
we want to be in a relationship too, which is
but
insane.
I think it's more likely that if you learn from the relationship that you just been in, if you see the same nigga exhibiting those same traits that the nigga that just done it before him did, then you know to put, okay, hold on, let me back up. But you
Right.
so enamored with this nigga that you don't even much see that shit. So you fall into the same trap that you fell into with 3, 4 niggas. Not all niggas ain't shit. And then another part of that side is for men and women is that, you know, the so-called good girl or the so-called bad guy, dog, like Freaky V say, he may not be on social media. I've had girls tell me, hey, something must be up with you because you don't be on social media. What you trying to hide? And I'm like, I'm not a social media nigga like that.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to everything that I do that I put on social media. I had a
Right.
girl that when I met her, we kicked it. We went to the beach. You taking pictures and you want to put this shit up on social media. I'm like, no, wait a minute. We just started talking. And you started putting these, and you trying to put pictures of me up on social media.
Don't. You could put yourself on there. Don't put me on there.
She took a picture of you?
Yes. Her kissing my cheek and all the other type.
Yeah, don't put me on there because to other potential people, I'm already in some shit. You know what I'm saying? And we just talking. But don't put me on your motherfucking social media.
And then I'm not even gonna take it from Hollywood aspect. I'm just from my aspect. I don't even know if I want you to be my girl yet. That's like an announcement to the world that you dating somebody in these days and times.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Don't post me.
I don't even know if I like you enough like that enough for me to be all up on your social media page. Let's just chill. Now, I know that I have good qualities and shit like that, but at the end of the day, just because I like to slow walk the dog don't mean we can't get to the same result at the end. It's just you want to get there a little faster than me. I need to figure out who you are as a person.
I still don't know you.
I don't know you yet. Okay, you gave me some. Okay, you gave me some sex on the first night. Cool. I appreciate it. I thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. But listen, I've had sex enough. Like Hollywood say, dog. My sex mileage is up. Sex ain't gonna never make me put you in the category of my girl. It's gonna always be the person. And I think when we young, or even when you old, if you don't learn this lesson, bro, you're gonna continuously keep being in this endless cycle of all niggas ain't shit or all women ain't shit. But if you a nigga that's on social media always showing off your Rolex watch and you got the Lamborghini, what type of women you think you attract?
Gold digger.
And then you get amazed when the bitch coming out acting like she ain't about. Because listen, the best gold digger in the world gonna always finesse you. Because guess what? If you the nigga with the money, she got another nigga that don't got the money that you got that's gonna pay her anyway. So when she come see you, she gonna make it seem like it ain't about money. The nigga that she knows she can control is the nigga that she gonna get all the money from. All she do is talk to that nigga about her problems, the bills that she got paid. She might let a nigga rub her ass every once in a while. She talk a little sexy to him every once in a while, call him daddy, and he shelling out the money. But the nigga that got the money that she know, she ain't coming to that nigga like that. She can't attack him like that because she want him in her Venus flytrap too. So for a nigga that's established that got money, like the drill chick, drill can't go at 50 Cent like that. She got to go at Jalen Green like that. 50, he sees it. He ain't going for that dumbass shit.
Yeah.
So again, all I'm saying is just take your time to get to know the people that you trying to kick it with like that, bro. And I'm not telling you not to have sex with them. Just know, if you're a person that can't handle sex for sex, don't be out here fucking like that. If sex is an emotional connection for you, don't be out here fucking, bro.
Yeah, that should be the last thing you should be doing. That's the last thing you give it. That's your last step.
That's your last step. All right, man, I got one more before we get up out of here, Freaky V. Now, this is my nigga. I fuck with this nigga. This is Ish, right? Hollywood, you know who Ish is. I know Freaky V have no idea who Ish is.
No idea.
But Ish is the type of nigga that Freaky V like. Light-skinned nigga, beard. But Ish B's on he's on the Joe Budden podcast, right? And Ish reminds me so much of Hollywood. He has Hollywood's mannerisms. He's a little more outspoken than Hollywood. You know, Hollywood's more of an introvert, but their personalities are similar, right? So he was on this podcast and he was saying that why do women that don't want to be married, women take advice from the women? Hold on, let me read it for you because I fucked that all up. Hold on, let me read it for you. Why do women look up to women who don't qualify to be wives, according to me? Now, I know that topic and that statement gonna piss Freaky V off. And that's one of the reasons why I pulled this shit up, because I know that Freaky V gonna have some shit to say. But
yeah, I'm already in the 8 just off the title, but go ahead.
And this is what he said.
On TV, take away Kim Kardashian, take away select few ones, none of them ever got a friend. They who everybody trying to emulate and who everybody trying to be, none of them got a stable household. None of them got families with kids and a man, and they out in Dubai as a couple. These same chicks that everybody trying to be in Dubai by their self with the sheiks get pissing on them for 25 grand.
True story.
The sheiks is making them their kids for 50 grand. You don't see none of those girls with a man and a house and they showing themselves on Christmas with the matching pajamas. Very, very few of those same girls that we all want to be have that lifestyle. So y'all trying to find and emulate some that ain't even successful. Men not making no girl get no BBL.
Ever.
A chick is making themselves get a BBL to compete with what they think like as a clicks on social media. This girl got 77,000 likes on social media. This skinny chick over here with a decent. Them girls not white.
Okay. And he goes to say other shit. Free V, what you say about that?
Let me pass the baton to
Hollywood.
and hear his perspective before.
Go ahead, Hollywood. What you think about your twin?
You know, that's funny. I agree with the nigga, man. Like, I don't think he said nothing wrong. Like, who are you getting your information from? Who are you getting your guidance from? Like, who are you modeling yourself after? If you don't have any real life role models, where are you young women getting your information from? I totally agree with him. Like, if you don't see any stability on the social media, what makes you think they got stability in their real life?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I totally agree. I don't think he said nothing wrong. Like in that clip, he said a lot of wrong shit. But in that instance, I don't think he said anything wrong. Like, where the fuck are you getting your information from? Where are you getting your guidance from?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think y'all modeling y'allself and y'all patterning y'allself after the wrong women, and then wondering why y'all not considered wifey material.
Mm-hmm. I believe.
Right.
Or Free V, you want to go, or do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
I think a lot of girls. Something that stood out what he said to me in my brain was a lot of women emulate the lifestyle of a select few. Now, it's going to be a select few women that's going to be able to pull that shit off. Right. But for the majority of women, y'all not going to be able to pull that off, bro. That's just not finna happen. You know what I mean? Like, that's like that shit with that girl that got the football player pregnant. I mean, she got pregnant by the football Diggs, Future, and Bow Wow. It's rare that you gonna be able to pull the trifecta off like that. So I agree, dog. I think a lot of these girls are basing their real life off of what social media says is what you should expect from a relationship in real time. I think we know that social media, like Hollywood says, social media is like ESPN highlights. Everybody gonna always show you their highlights. They gonna show you that they went to Dubai. But like he said, I remember the stories back when that shit was happening, that them sheiks was giving girls 50,000, 75,000 to get pissed on and shitted on. Yeah. You come over there and do that. You know what I mean? A girl gonna show you that she a VIP in a club, but she not gonna show you when she go home and go sleep on that double air mattress. Same thing for dudes. Dudes gonna pull up in the G-Wagon, but he not gonna show you that he a quarter tank from empty and Ben's looking for that goddamn that G-Wagon. That's the part of the game that nobody don't ever tell you. They just gonna show you the highlights. And they're gonna show you pulling up. He got the Fat Cuban link on, not knowing that he got that from Canal Street in New York. He got the fake watch on, but you don't know that because you thinking he is that nigga. And he not that nigga. So I think a lot of people, at the end of the day, base their relationship goals and how they should be treated as a woman and a man off social media. So I do agree with him on that aspect. Forgive me what you say.
I was under a different impression by the title as to what we're actually talking about. What we're discussing, I agree. You know, I thought that we were by your title basically stating that because you're not married, that you wouldn't be able to give great advice to women who desire to be married. And I don't agree.
I wouldn't. If he said that, I wouldn't agree with that shit.
And so, but yeah, I agree. If we're going off of just, you know, these women, celebrities by their own right, or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think perfect example is like Cardi B. I think that she is moving into the Mythbusters time frame of her life where, you know, slowly but surely she's, you know, showing that she does cook and clean.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? One of her most popular things on social media, a part of her song. You know, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring or whatever. When the relationship is so much more than that, you know, but when you're constantly being fed bullshit, that's all you got to go off of.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what models do they have? Like even say like, well, I don't watch it now, but the Real Housewives,
Yes, sir.
half of them motherfuckers ain't wives. So what the fuck are we talking? What are we doing? I remember Real Housewives of Atlanta at one point. Nene was the only motherfucker that was married. Everybody else was,
Baby mamas,
yeah.
divorce. Yeah.
So what the fuck? So this is my example of what I'm supposed to do in order to solidify this mythical creature
Mm-hmm.
of a husband that you say I should have. So I agree, you know.
I mean, it's another part to it as well. I mean, if y'all want me to play that part as well, would y'all let me play the second part to it as well, Freaky V?
Yep, but you got about 4 minutes.
All right, I got you.
They look for on TV. Body got 7 likes. She happier than a.
Do you think they do it because of the things they want? Like, do you think women are doing it because they want to? Do you think the women are getting the BBLs and stuff because they think it comes with money and they just want things, or you think they're doing it because they want the men?
I think that they insecure. Insecurities are the biggest thing in the world. She did say insecure. The biggest thing in the world to me is driving factor is insecurity. Whatever it is, we all have. Mm-hmm. Mine might be different. Yours, we all got them. Speak for yourself. I'm just joking. Nice with it. But yeah, I think that those insecurities play on everybody in a different way. I know girls that are married that still go get their body done. Mm.
Yo, you beat me. Okay, so with that being said, Freaky V, how do you feel like insecurities play a role in the behavior of certain people? Not just women, because I don't want to generalize this and make it just about a woman, but how do you feel like insecurities play a role in relationships? Or even getting to be in a relationship?
Well, all insecurities provide a certain level of a hindrance of you being able to move forward.
I agree.
And I think that's a terrible. But like he said, we all have them in one way or another. No matter how confident a person may appear to be, there's some things that everybody's dealing with. That keeps them from going to the next level or keep them from moving forward.
I got you. Hollywood, what you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody got insecurities, man. And I think everybody shaped their life around them. Like you avoid certain shit because of certain insecurities that you may have or may not have. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just human nature.
No, I agree with you, man. I think some insecurities do hinder you from achieving your maximum
potential
or potential. But I don't think again, I just feel like what your insecurities may be in your mind may be something that your significant other or the person that's pursuing you, they might take it as a level of vulnerability and humanizing you. You know what I mean? Like if you always walk around like your shit don't stink, or you know what I mean, like you this perfect motherfucker, dog. I think sometimes it alienates you from the human aspect of just being a human, dog, because nobody's around here. Everybody has their imperfections, bro. Like, I know what mine are. I stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? But if you ask me, I can tell you what they are. And a lot of people can't even, at our age, can't even tell you what their insecurities are. If you ask them, hey, what's your insecurity? What makes you insecure? Some people can't even tell you because it's such a reflection of who you are as a person. A lot of people don't like to put the mirror up to themselves and accept what their insecurities are. That's just like with accountability. A lot of people don't like to take accountability for their shit. It's always somebody else the reason why shit in your life ain't going the way that it's going. Not saying that sometimes people don't take advantage of people But a lot of times, a lot of this, like especially with relationships, the reason why you're in the relationships, these dead end relationships that you constantly always in, is because of the niggas that you choose to deal with or the woman that you choose to deal with. And you will never sit and say, maybe I need to broaden my dating pool to something else. You'll stay congested or you'll stay confined to that one little area or that one little section of the dating pool. And you limit yourself, in my personal opinion. But
yeah. I'm gonna throw this out there. Date outside your race. I think a lot of women are, a lot of Black women are so supportive of Black men that they're limiting their life because they want to be supportive of the brothers. And if the brothers aren't supportive of you, I think you should love who loves you. I'm a big fan of that. I must admit I fall into that trap too, or whatever. I love the brothers, but I hate y'all motherfucking ass at the same goddamn time. And when you think about it, that's a terrible place to be in. You know, I have, you know, people of other ethnicities, you know, who speak or flirt or whatever, and I might flirt back and smile a little bit, but there's no way you get my number, or whatever. You know, I like Lil Ray Ray from the hood. You know what I'm saying? And I think that sometimes holds, from the Black woman's perspective, I think that holds us back. I don't think Black men have a problem with doing whatever the fuck they want. But as far as Black women are concerned, I know that one of our major hangups is dating outside of our race. We want to be supportive of the Black brothers. So my advice is, you know, fuck with who fucks with you, and no, you know, be open minded, get outside of your comfort zone, travel a little bit, you know, or whatever.
I disagree with that statement.
I know.
Because Black women be the first ones that crucify a nigga when they go get a white woman. You want to get the money, now you want to go to the other side. They be the first ones to criticize a nigga for that shit. But if a girl, when they got her white boy that get money, then girl, live your best life.
I'm not saying for a money issue. We do know that it is a thing for Black men once they reach a certain level of success that they feel like to put the icing on the cake, no pun intended, is to get a white woman.
I don't even feel like you had to put that mission statement out there. I feel like they're doing it already. I feel like I look through social media and I see a lot of interracial relationships. So I don't think you had to put that out there. I think they're doing it already.
Yeah, we're reluctant. That we're doing it and it's starting to come out to the light, so to say. I would want to encourage the women who are like, okay, well, I'm single because there are no good men. But what the statement is actually, there are no good Black men, is what that means.
See,
you understand?
that's what.
Nah.
See, that's why I get it. That's why I have a problem with the statement.
Yeah, you tripping now.
Y'all start saying, hey,
listen, I'm telling you, I'm not dogging the Black men. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that I hear women who are single who desire a relationship or a companionship, but their pool is limited. That's all I'm saying. You in the jacuzzi looking for the man or whatever.
They pool limit because they like the same type of Black
like
niggas.
niggas.
That's why they pool limit.
Yeah, like I told you this a long time ago. If you want bass, you can't be fishing your pole in a river full of motherfucking salmon. You know, it's a chance. Listen, again, bro. All I say is this, bro. Just say the niggas that you fuck with. The Black niggas that I tend to, it sounds better to me as a Black man when a Black woman say, hey, the Black man that I choose ain't shit. Just like me. If I said, I'm not gonna never say all Black women ain't shit. I never say no shit like that. Maybe the Black women that I've chosen to deal with fucked up, but I'm not gonna generalize all as one. And
you would be wrong when you do that.
Do, bro. Like
you see, but I'm just telling you the underlying message of what's being said. If all the niggas you date is black, what are you saying? Ain't no good men? You ain't dated no white men?
No. What me and Hollywood is saying is you're dating the same type of black man.
Yeah.
You dating the same type niggas.
And what's wrong with that statement is that you putting the blame on the men and not turning that shit around and putting some of that shit on you.
Yeah.
Obviously, you looking at the wrong niggas.
Yes.
Obviously, your type is the wrong type.
And that's what we say as black men.
As far as fishing is concerned, okay, so if no matter where you date a man, that man is gonna have some type of issues. If the men that you meet at Publix or Winn-Dixie, Walmart or Costco's, at church, at the club, in the mall, at work, is eventually gonna sum up to be the same type of nigga. When I say that, it's because all of those women that go to those places that look for or just so happen to stumble upon men come back with the same information. I met this man here and I thought that this man was this, and they still turn up with the same, he ain't shit. So okay. It don't matter. Yeah, you go fish at, it's still gonna be the same. It's still a fish. It might be a different type.
But those women, everything is perfect in their life. Everything is perfect with them.
I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying that either. I don't mind the accountability aspect.
But see, you said this earlier that when I was talking about the good guy, you were like, well, if you're such a good guy, why you ain't been snatched up? I can say that same plausible thing here. If you're such this perfect woman and you do everything perfect, trust me, if a man sees that in you, you say it all the time, a nigga snatch up a good girl and wife her up. So for you meeting this nigga at Publix, so you meeting a nigga here, this is why we talk about the communication shit, bro. Sometimes niggas see, we men, Hollywood say this shit all the time. Men are physical creatures. We see your physical form first. That's what we gonna see. Mm-hmm. That's what's gonna attract us to y'all. Now y'all be on that other shit about it ain't his looks and all that. That ain't a man's thing. A man's thing is your looks. So when I see you, I'm going at you because of your physical form. Now, it could be certain shit that you talk about that's just not on a nigga level. Or a nigga might not see nothing in you. Or you might have a fucked up personality. So that goes both ways. So when women say, a man can say the same thing. Like, women tell, well, it's where you going to try to find women at. Bro, I can say the same shit. Because I don't go to the club.
I'm just taking that from you guys. My original statement is for black women to be comfortable with dating out of their race. That's all I'm saying. I know niggas don't want to hear that shit, but the same way that y'all stay passport ready is what the phrase is. Women should be too.
That's all. Yeah, but that statement leads into a whole bunch of different topics, though.
Yes.
Like you basically saying that all black men are fucked up by even saying some shit like that.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just simply saying don't limit yourself. A lot of black women are single. Hear what I'm saying? A lot of black women are single because they feel there are no black men because they want a black man. So they would just rather stay single and stay miserable because they desire a relationship, they desire a family, but they haven't met any people, black men, that meet their standard. So they would just rather stay.
The same way that they don't see themselves going outside of their race, that's the same way they don't see themselves going outside of their type. They got a type. Mm-hmm. That type ain't working out for them. Go outside of your type, try something different, and you can stay inside your race by trying something different.
You could.
If you look at they line of niggas, them niggas would be damn near the exact same.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, what would be the issue with dating outside the race?
Listen,
there's no issue. Ain't no issue.
I'm looking at the black men funny when they do it. But good for the goose is good for the gander. That's the way I see it.
Listen, I think with the communication, where we having a discord is that you're saying that there's nothing wrong with dating outside your race. Me and Hollywood don't got no problem with dating outside your race. If that's what makes you happy, do you. We perfectly fine with that. I think the discourse is when black women
It's
say
the reason why you saying you doing it. You saying you doing it. You're gonna do it because niggas ain't shit. That's not the case.
All niggas ain't shit. All black men ain't shit.
That ain't the case.
In Hollywood saying is sometimes you have to. I'm not saying if you like a certain type nigga, that's your preference. I feel you. But what me and Hollywood saying is instead of dating the popper nigga, go date the librarian nigga or something like that. Like try all different
They ain't finna do
prototypes.
I agree with that. I agree. I agree. What I'm saying is just don't limit yourself. That's just my personal advice.
I agree with you. I think
don't limit yourself. And I just see a lot of people that are single because they like I just stay single because they ain't no good men. But you ain't dating nobody else but black men. You ain't gay to Chinese men to try. You ain't gay to white men. You ain't gay to Russians. You ain't gay nobody. You ain't talking to nobody else outside of your community. You know.
And if you got a certain type and all that certain type has failed you, how do you know what the fuck a good man is? You don't.
I agree.
And my rebuttal to that is, I always say this. So what is the accountability for the man or the woman in this situation? Because if you've dated 100 motherfucker people, bro, and not one in any one of these scenarios saw enough in you to make you a girlfriend or or whatever, bro. Like sometimes only thing I'm saying
that's the root of the problem right there.
No, if everything is like that and you're the only common denominator, bro, then sometimes you got to look at yourself. Why ain't nobody as a man? If it was me.
That too. I do. And I'm not stating any of those things that you're saying. I think people are.
I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for women that use this mindset that there's no good black men out here. I'm excluding you from this. I don't even much consider you in this conversation. I'm speaking for the viewer that's sitting there saying that it's no black men, good black men in the world. My thing is if you've been dating since you was 15 and you 47, you got kids. No man has never approached you about being married. You've only been a side chick or a girlfriend, vice versa. If you're a nigga and you got multiple kids and no woman saw the value in you to even in your transgressions and your fuck ups. Because one thing about a woman can still get past certain shit that a man ain't gonna get past. If every woman out on you, then sometimes it's you. And I'm speaking to the people that's always trying to down a race. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes you gotta take the mirror off and you gotta look in your eyes and say, damn, dog, I make $500,000 a year. I got 401k. I got a career. I got this. I got that. And nobody still want to fuck with you. Why is that? That's all I be saying. Sometimes
and sometimes it's good to be the fuck by yourself, man. Get yourself together before you even think about getting into a relationship. Obviously, it's some shit you need to work on. Like Infamous said, if you the common denominator in all of these situations, like you need to remove yourself and be by yourself and work on yourself.
Because I know a lot of girls that fuck with niggas that ain't shit, and we don't even know why they fuck with them. We be like, what the fuck is she fucking free? I got niggas that got girls that they do wild shit to. And I be like, well, I don't even know why she fuck with you, bro.
That nigga providing a lifestyle that she like.
I don't know why she fuck with you. But
and a lot of motherfuckers scared to be by themselves. A lot of women scared to be by themselves.
That's the thing.
I just gotta be in a relationship. That's why that's obviously one of the main reasons why you keep picking fuck niggas or fucked up people.
Right, because you can't be by yourself.
Yeah.
So, hey, with that being said, man, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. We went way over longer than I thought. Hey, we got a brunch. Theze Nutz brunch, man. April 20th. That's April 20th. Y'all come kick it with Hollywood, Freaky V, me, our fans and our family members, man. We're gonna be giving. There's gonna be free mimosas, free food. It's gonna be a Q&A. It's gonna be music. It might be some giveaways. But this is the kicker. If you want to go ahead and pre-order your tickets, go ahead and pre-order your tickets right now. Tickets are moving. They're $45. Go to Cash App, $, Anthony, ANTNEY. I'm gonna say that one more time. Cash App, $, Anthony, ANTNEY 305 on Cash App. Now this is also we're working with limited space, right? So you can roll up, which I know that's what a lot of people gonna do. You go ahead and roll up. We ain't gonna turn you back. Freaky V, we gonna turn them away?
No.
Hollywood, you think we're gonna turn them away?
Huh?
You think we're gonna turn them away?
You asking the wrong nigga. I might.
It'll be in the room only. That's all.
Nah.
Sit on a stand.
Freaky V, I'm glad you said that. It's on you, but it's gonna be $50. If you want to come in and sit down and let your feet rest, because ladies gonna be out there with your high heels on. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have your 6 inches on. You gonna want to get somewhere and sit down. You don't want to be standing the whole time. So if you want to, go ahead and go to Cash App. That's Anthony305 on Cash App, $, or the $50 at the door. And with that being said, we want to say a happy Easter to everybody. I know this is gonna come out Friday, but happy Easter to everybody. Hollywood, Freaky V, let them know how to get in contact with you, Freaky V.
I am Freaky V on Instagram and Threads.
Hollywood, how to get in contact with you?
Hollywood Rich _ on Instagram, Threads, Hollywood Rich 85 on X.
I am infamous on TikTok. I am infamous on X. Also, if you want to go to our social media platforms, please go to Theze Nutz Official on Facebook. Instagram is Theze Nutz _. Hollywood, how to get in contact with us on YouTube?
Separate these nuts.
Also, if you want to take the audio experience, if you listen to us on Apple, Spotify, Google, however you consume audio podcasts, put the nuts back together, hit the subscribe button, notification button, the like button. Also, if you want to find out any inquiries about the podcast, you want to book Freaky V for a podcast, please go to thesenuts.business@gmail.com. Hey, Freaky V, before you get up out, do you have a rider? Do you and Hollywood have a rider? Anything I need to tell people that you need to have for you to be on their show?
Yes, but I don't have the time to disclose that information at this particular time.
All right. And as I said at the end of each and every podcast, we're social media's most imperfect podcast, social media best kept secret. I'm your boy Infamous.
I'm Freaky V.
Hollywood.
And together we make Theze Nutz.
Nuts.
Yes, sir.